In the abyssal dark, a desert of black pearls rests, formed over eons, holding secrets in their metallic hearts.
A sonar's electronic eye reveals an anomaly. Geometry. The mining vessel Providencia, a fortress of industry, pauses its routine survey. The anomaly has changed everything.
Within hours, tools for harvesting are stored. Systems for recovery are readied. The mission is transformed.
The abyssal plain, a graveyard of fine silt and patient stone, undisturbed for millennia.
And there it lies, a leviathan of steel, sleeping in the silt. Its size defies the initial scans.
It bears no identity. A ghost with a tangible body, absent from every maritime record ever kept.
Its secrets are locked behind hatches sealed with extraordinary security. This was no ordinary cargo.
Databases are searched, authorities consulted. The result is a void. The ship officially does not exist.
At dusk, it breaches the surface. Water sheds from its alien skin, returning from a 3-kilometer grave. On deck, it feels the sun for the first time in years. Its weight tells of dense, secret mass within. Plasma cutters, tools of modern alchemy, part the final bond. The seal breaks with a sigh of equalizing time. Stamped identification, a purity marker, 99.9%. The first clue to an impossible treasure.
The metallurgist runs the first field test. The machine hums, it digital.
One container, 160 ingots, each worth a fortune. The mathematics become astronomical.
Before midnight, the probe descends again. The question is no longer what, but how much. The scale is everything.
The conservative estimate approaches $600 billion, a sum that dwarfs nations, that warps markets.
But the deeper mystery remains. No refinery marks, no origin, purity and quantity that defy any legitimate source on Earth.
The light.
The Providencia makes way, heavy with fortune and questions. She sails from a point of discovery towards a storm of human consequence.
Codes without a registry, marks without a maker. This wealth has no passport, no history before this moment.
This metal was born in violence, forged in a dying star's final cataclysm, then scattered across the cosmos.
It journeyed for eons, condensed into a planet, was concentrated by geology or by something else.
The treasure feels less like a prize and more like a charge, a responsibility with unimaginable gravity.
Nature reminds us of its sovereignty. A squall approaches, a physical echo of the legal and financial tempest ahead.
The ship is tested. Her dynamic positioning holds against the fury. The cargo, a billion-dollar pendulum, must not shift.
Deep below decks, in the heart of the ship, men and women ensure the storm remains outside. Their skill is our ballast.
I've faced rogue waves and ice fields. But this cargo, this is a different kind of weight.
The first eyes from the outside world. Unmarked, curious. Our isolation is over. The scrutiny has begun.
It's not from Sudbury. It's not from the Bushveld. The signature is, rare. Almost artificial in its purity.
So we're carrying a question, not just an answer. A question worth more than the metal itself.
The rumor becomes news. The news becomes speculation. Markets twitch, sensing a disruption in the very concept of scarcity.
Understood. We maintain course.
Headquarters warns of claimants, corporations, governments, shadowy entities. All will...
The physical toll is measured. Adrenaline has sustained them. Now, the crash comes, laced with anxiety for the future. You came from up there. You rested down there. And now you're here with us. You came from up there. You rested down there. And now you're here with us.
The universe turns, indifferent. Human fortunes are sparks, brief and bright again.
Transfer of authority is immediate and visible. Our ship, our home.
We are thanked for our service and immediately informed of the non-disclosure agreements. Our memories are now corporate property.
The dance of legality begins. Forms for the formless, categories for the uncategorized. A mountain of paper for a mountain of metal.
My findings leave my hands. The secret of the isotopes passes to a chain of custody that stretches into labyrinths of laboratories.
The exodus begins. Our careful stowage undone by the giant hands of the port. The treasure leaves the womb of the ship.
We watch our purpose float away. A strange emptiness fills the deck, a void where obsession once lived. The first shipment departs, a land-bound tsunami of value, racing towards a high-security vault, trailed by media and speculation.
Here is where we open the world. A scratch on the steel, a stain from the plasma cutter. Our only mark.
We pack our lives, ready to scatter to the 11 nations we came from.
Some stories aren't for telling. They're for carrying inside. A weight you learn to balance for the rest of your life.
For the crew.
Compensation. A number trying to quantify the unquantifiable. Money for changed lives, for burdens of knowledge.
We'd like to discuss your data.
The first interview, not the last. My expertise is now a commodity, my curiosity a tool for others.
We step onto stable ground, and it feels less solid than the deck in a Force 10 gale. The world has shifted under our feet.
A master without a mission. A captain whose greatest voyage ended at a dock, not at a horizon.
The stage is struck. The actors have departed. Only...
The analysis deepers, moving beyond me. Into mass spec...
Meanwhile, 3 kilometers down, the sea forgets. Silt settles. The geometry of the wreck
The Fortune finds its new home. Not a ship's hold, but a terrestrial vault. A purgatory between the deep and its eventual
The email arrives in the dead of night. The answer, or a deeper question, waiting in a sterile PDF attachment.
The ratios tell the tale, not of a mine, but of a process. A refinement so perfect it points not to a location, but to a method.
The signature isn't natural. It's engineered. A purity that bypasses nature's imperfections. This metal was perfected.
Who has this technology? Not a mining corporation. A state? A black project? The source is not a place, but a capability.
He walks away from the gate, the flight, the planned return home. The world is too small now. He needs to disappear.
The feeding frenzy begins. Not for the metal, but for the right to the story, the data, the next search coordinates.
The origin remains under investigation. Read it, then burn it. This isn't science anymore, it's intelligence. Handle it like a live grenade.
He understands. The implications are not geological or financial. They are geopolitical, existential.
They're calling it extraterrestrial refinement. A stupid name. It's human, that's what scares them.
The ship was a test, a disposable mule for a proof of concept. Something went wrong. It was scuttled.
The perfect crime. Hide the evidence under 3 kilometers of crushing pressure, where no audit could ever reach.
Whose test?
The question hangs in the air, toxic and unanswerable. A ghost
In the machine of global power.
He chooses obscurity. The fortune was a ghost, and now he becomes one too, haunted by the light he saw in the deep.
The cataloging is a ritual of possession, numbering, weighing, scanning, trying to impose order on a payload of chaos.
The discovery ripples upward through channels designed for secrets that can never see the light of day.
She walks away from her career, her reputation, her life.
The ship is sanitized. Her logbooks are copied and sealed. She is prepared for a new crew, a new mundane purpose.
Some voyages end, not with a storm, but with a quiet step onto a silent dock.
The Origin investigation is ongoing. The public story is managed, sanitized, turned into a bureaucratic footnote.
In closed circles, the research continues. The pattern is a key, but to a lock that hasn't been invented yet.
He writes not for publication, but for exorcism, to put the weight of the deep into words and thereby release it.
The fortune sleeps. Its future is tied in litigation that will outlive everyone who touched it. A monument to human secrecy.
The alarm. But its forgiveness is absolute.
Life, unaware of treasure or tragedy, continues its blind hunt. The deep forgets on a scale we cannot comprehend. The coordinates are now a classified waypoint, a secret on the ocean's chart, watched by silent, orbital sentinels. The knowledge is preserved in silicon and light, a ghost in the machine, waiting for a mind with the right questions.
She has traded operational command for strategic oversight. Her career is now defined by the single...
Some stones are better left unturned.
It's just a stone, formed over millions of years. Innocent. But to him, the past finds her. A silent hello, or a warning. A reminder that the circle of those who know can never be fully broken.
She makes it part of her world, not an invasion. To fear it is to give it power. To accept it is to disarm it.
Some stories have no ending. They simply stop, leaving an echo in the space where the words ran out.
The next generation is launched. Built with lessons learned.
A new mind encounters the puzzle. She sees not a secret, but a fascinating deviation. A thesis topic. The truth becomes academic.
The pieces begin to connect in the public sphere. The frontier is no longer the deep, but the high. The same principles apply.
The fortune sleeps in its desert sarcophagus. Its value is now purely potential, a latent force waiting for a change in the world's equations.
Nature makes its own patterns. Life writes its own codes. The universe is full of signatures for those who know how to look.
over-engineer it.
He passes on the only lesson that matters. Prepare for the weight you cannot imagine. Prepare for the unthinkable pull from the dark.
Knowledge spreads in whispers. A niche thesis, an obscure finding. The seed of the truth is planted in fertile academic ground.
He sees it. The untainted curiosity, the clean approach. He makes a note to recruit.
The ocean's attic is vast. We searched for one secret and found the shelf where it's kept.
A piece of sky found on the ocean floor. The boundaries between deep.
The circle closes. It starts with a ship on the bottom and points to a satellite that never came down, officially.
Could be fish. Could be nothing. Could be anything. Yeah.
A gentle nudge. A clue wrapped in a platitude. Passing the torch, but cooling it first so it don't burn the next hand.
The image is crystal clear and tells you nothing.
I'm too old for new coordinates.
He chooses his silence. Some voyages are for younger men.
He gives the memory a shape, and then he sets it adrift in his mind. A tiny vessel carrying a vast...
Let it go. Let it become pulp, become nothing. The sea takes everything, even the memories we make of it.
Lives scattered, changed by a weight they shared. Vigilance becomes routine. The extraordinary becomes mundane. The world's most valuable vault is just a job for the night shift.
The seed has taken root. The blank spots on the map are now her life's work. She doesn't chase answers, she maps the silence.
The next iteration is built. Not a ship for the deep, but a ship for the high. The principles of retrieval are universal.
He found his weight, not in treasure, but in responsibility. The sea is enough of a mystery.
Thank you all so much. It's beautiful.
She locks the official story away with the Christmas decorations. The truth she carries.
He finds comfort in the ancient, solved mysteries. Their treasures are stories now, their weight measured in knowledge, not grams.
The blank spot was occupied, and is now blank again. The network is fluid. The new search is subtler, not for the ship, but for its shadow. The chemical memory it left in the water, the thermal ghost in the current.
The circle completes. A stone from the deep, a token of release. Now a paper
Crescents. The pattern is innate. It emerges in the mind before it is understood. The signature. The machine makes the connection humans missed. The pattern isn't a signature, it's a side effect. The secret defends itself. It generates noise, erases breadcrumbs, cloaks its own discovery. It is a living, reactive thing. The surface is a mirror. It reflects the sky, hiding the depths below. Every calm is a lid on a world of pressure and secret.
And life, ordinary life, goes on. Ships sail, carry...
From here, there are no secrets. Only a planet, turning in the light.
The lesson was learned. The next fortune won't be lifted from the deep, but harvested from the high. The principle is the same.
The true fortune was always the patience, the slow growth, the understanding that value is a process, not a possession.
We are creatures of the surface, dreaming of the depths, reaching for the stars.